Warning: things said on Roll Top Realms can sometimes be considered vulgar, inappropriate, or insensitive. We say these things as jokes and hope others find it funny as opposed to finding it offensive. If you happen to find anything said on this podcast offensive, that's on you. Sorry in advance. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, welcome everyone to Roll Top Realms. Thanks for joining us for this episode. We are going to cover the rest of character development, going into the relationships between each character and the rumors about the town, which is how you guys are all connected. And this is the part that gets super collaborative. So you guys will kind of work together. We'll go character by character. There's set questions we'll roll for, we'll ask. We'll do that. We'll move by each person. We'll do it for every character. I'm going to attempt to write it all down as I go, but I write really slow when I'm talking, so be patient with me. But I will pull those up. So,
do you think in our notes we should put down how we know each other?
That's what I was going to say. I'm going to make notes of it, but I would like you guys to also try to keep track of the relationships that we're building. Okay. And then each session as well, things will kind of come up that will add to that with character development, stuff like that, and how you guys' relationships are. So something to kind of keep track of on your side, and I'll keep track as well as mine. So basically, for the viewers, there's sets of questions that we'll go through for each character. They're negative, positive questions, as well as if the characters don't know each other. There's a specific set of questions for that. When we start off this, you guys will see Casey and Mike already know each other, but from the sounds of it, I'm assuming Greg and Chris's characters probably, you guys all know each other, but you're not like close friends.
Right.
The one unifying thing for all of you guys is this investigators club that's hosted by Theo, the NPC. You guys all meet up for this club, and that's kind of the unifying factor that brings you guys all together. I apologize, my voice is starting to go out again already.
More of that throat.
I know, I'm trying to find more. So I will pull up. I guess actually we could go over this real quick for the viewers. I'm going to show this too. So, for the people watching, if you don't want to go through character development like we did, there is a quicker, easier way to do it. The game comes preloaded with tropes, as they call them, that have most of the stats already decided for you. Is that the page one pulled up?
Yep.
For everyone to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
So you can see they have basically preset. You still make up your own fears, motivations, character name, stuff like that. But all your stats will be predetermined for you. You have a list of strengths that's smaller than the regular list. This is ones that will apply to like a scout. So the scout would be basically someone in Boy Scouts. So they have, they'll have stuff like for survival in their backpack, stuff like that. They're a scout. It has a list of likely flaws, and they have quite a few of them. I'll pull up a couple more here. You can see there's plastic beauty, popular kid, the reclusive eccentric. Moving on to the next one, there's laid back slacker, loner weirdo, overprotective parent. So this is one that we didn't cover. So this would be if there was an adult in the group.
Helicopter mom.
Yep. And, that's the thing too, is there are like in this one as well. So there's a blue collar worker. It's another adult person who would be involved. So that could be, like an uncle of the teens who's involved for whatever reason. Some of these stories, may have an adult who needs to be there to help. So you can play an adult, you can play a child, you can play a teen.
I need an adult.
There's a British jock, brilliant mathlete, young provider, which is so there are the predetermined tropes available for character, especially if you're doing like a quick one shot with this game, which this game is actually designed great for one shots. Like it's very quick, easy to dive in, especially with the tropes. You can just pick a trope, boom, 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 go. Character's done. Get into the game. We're gonna go a little more in depth into it, obviously, but so we'll get into these questions. We'll just start with Casey, since in my view of Discord, he's the top. And we will just go around. So we will go with Milton and start with Milton's relationship to William. You guys don't know each other outside of the investigation club, or do you guys? So this will be collaborative between you and Greg. You guys can decide now in this moment if you guys do know each other. If you don't, and your only association is this club,
I would say
I'll
we
leave that fully
don't,
up to you guys.
just because I don't really talk to
Aw.
anyone.
I think
I-
that you're a book smarts nerd, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think that William would know you. I think he would know you by name. He might not talk to you, but he recognizes you as being equal intelligence to him. Definitely not as cool as him.
I mean, coolness is, relevant to the person thinking about it, really. Because I think I'm pretty
think
cool to
that
myself.
I think that if you knew anything about computers or like new gadgets and things like that, I think that he might be loosely friends with you.
Like I said, I know your name.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say basically you guys know each other, but you're not past first name basis. You know each other from, like I said, it's a small town with population of 3,000. There's probably maybe 100 people in your guys' school, so maybe 300. Is that how math works? So I will pull up the
10%.
don't know questions. Everyone see those?
Yes.
Mine is showing up super blurry.
If you click on it, it
Yeah,
should
you
pop
click on
up.
it and it'll.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Casey, go ahead and roll me a die 20 to determine which question you are going to answer about Billy.
That'd be a 6.
Okay, so with the unknown, you're going to answer one question about this character.
Okay,
So,
so it's
number
why is
6.
this character's family so important in this town?
Okay.
But his family is important to me because his dad prescribed me my inhaler that helps me breathe when I get really anxious.
Yeah, so that's it. Especially being the doctor and a lawyer, I would assume your mom probably works out of town, especially with how small of a town this is.
Next town over.
I would assume because it's a small town, but it's maybe a 45-minute drive from a big city. We're not out in the middle of the boons, but kind of the boons. So I assume your mom probably does some lawyering in town, but she primarily works in her office. Especially with your dad moving here, she probably still works
At
in
a
the big
real
city.
city.
There's a lot of commuting. So that would, like Casey went over. So Casey's character is pretty familiar with your parents, especially his dad being, or your dad being Casey's doctor, or Milton. Sorry, Milton. All right, so we'll move on to Chris's character.
Sure.
Whose name is escaping at the moment. Jason.
Jason.
That's the one I should remember out of all of them, but
Why is that?
because I love Star Wars.
Okay.
the non-existent expanded universe that is
That's
no
the
longer
one.
canon.
Yeah, the better one.
Yeah, it's a way better one.
Yeah, the way better one. Yeah.
All right, so
Milton's 15, right?
yes.
Okay, I'm imagining we're both pretty much in the same class. So
You're both 15, so you're
Oh
probably
yeah, because Milton's like 14, right?
he's 15. Milton's 15.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's like, what
Yeah,
is that? A sophomore?
Yes. I would
Yeah,
say that I am
sophomore,
a
junior.
sophomore. I'm going to say I'm a sophomore, even though I put 15 on my character sheet, or I put 14.
Yeah, you put it.
Yeah, 15.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll say the same class then. I was going to say if I was 14,
Okay.
I'd be a grade ahead because of my smarts, but.
Ahead, yeah, which that works too. But I was like, we're both the same class. You're probably the
Yes.
guy in the front. I'm, the kid that's not in the back, maybe, but still
No.
pretty smart enough. But
If I was in the
knows that
front, I
you
think I'd have a
are-
panic attack. So I probably always have a panic attack.
In the middle.
Sure. But yeah, I would probably know you, maybe not like best friends or anything, but definitely, chat in passing.
Yes. Okay. So you want me to
casual
roll?
friends?
You guys have a very
So
loose term for
this part-
friends.
I say this part is very, very collaborative, so you guys
Sure.
can decide 100% if you want to. You could even do something like you guys aren't friends right now,
Yeah,
but I guess
through the
so. You're new to town.
we're acquaintances
so-
outside of this club, and because of the club, we could become friends.
Smart.
I would say
Yeah, I don't think I have any idea who Milton is then, because he's just
Yeah.
like some little
2 years old.
kid in sophomore. I thought he was in my classes.
No.
I'd say with how small the town is, you would probably
You
and
know,
being
yeah,
in
you
the,
know the name.
and like I said, you guys aren't starting in this. Like you guys have been in this club together for a
Oh,
little
okay.
while now, so
Okay.
everyone is gonna have that first name basis with each character,
Yeah.
but you probably haven't interacted deeply, and like outside of the club, you guys probably don't hang out.
Sure.
Mhm.
like
So I'm gonna say
I've seen them outside the school because I look out my window and wish I could go outside and play, but I'm really allergic to a lot of things, and so my mom and dad don't let me go outside very often. So it's only when AJ comes around and asks to come hang out with me that I get to go outside. But I have to pack all my allergy medication if I do.
so. I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys are in the don't know category.
Okay.
Like I said, you know who each other are, but you guys aren't. You don't hang out all the time.
Sure.
He asked
outside
me
of
for a
clubs.
pencil once, and then I thought we would go hang out after school, but he never asked me to do it. So
Sorry, bud. Next time.
All right, Casey. So go ahead and roll another die 20 for this.
that's a 10. 10 says,
10? Okay,
how
so-
far would you go to get to know this character and why? To the corner of my street.
All
Because-
mommy and daddy let me.
Yeah, if he came onto like my block, I might stop out and say hi. But I mean, it really depends on like what he was doing. Like if he was looking at a cool rock or something, I might be like, "Oh, I know about that rock," and go out there and talk to him. Or if he's like looking at a bug,
Actually,
I might actually go out there and be like, "Oh, that's this kind of bug," you know, and then we might be friends from that. But that's just about as far as I could go to become friends with him.
I'd say too. So you, especially being is your motivation, you're trying to make some friends,
Mhm.
and him being more of a popular kid. So that would be kind of a connection for you two. Is you kind of even though you're a recluse and doesn't want to leave your house because you're scared of it, during your investigative club, maybe you guys kind of want to, you want to kind of weasel your way in and get to know him, try and make friends.
I mean, yeah, we want to make friends with everybody. I just don't know how.
But does everybody want to be friends with you?
I mean,
That's
probably
questionable.
Probably not.
Does Milton also have a chin tattoo?
He does.
How did you know?
All right, so we'll move on to Mike's character, which this one we know For the backstory we already covered, you guys do know each other pretty well already because you're cousins. So for this, we will start off with one positive question about each. So Casey, again, go ahead and roll me a die 20.
Well, I bring the pop up for the people you do know. I don't see it up on my screen.
Did it not pop up for you?
You did not. There it is.
There.
There you go. There you go. I may have clicked too fast.
Okay. So 7.
So
7
readers,
says,
go ahead and pause here if
What
you want to
it-
read through these.
what is your private nickname for this character and why? Ooh, okay.
Cuz?
No.
It's not private.
I mean, it is sometimes. Kissing cuz?
This is Idaho, not Arkansas.
Oh yeah.
I will say
Indiana.
Indiana. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
This is one of those states.
One of those.
I
Yeah.
don't even. I honestly, I don't know where Indiana's at. Is that bad?
yeah.
On me. Just
In my
looking at the map
defense,
real fast.
I moved to North Dakota just after grade school, and out in Washington, they taught geography in junior high, and out here they taught it in like 5th grade.
Oh, see it.
So I
you
missed
skipped
it when I came out. So I am just
It's
bad
the
with states.
state east of Illinois.
Really? I thought
Yeah,
Indiana was in the
south
south.
of Michigan,
Oh, okay.
west of Ohio, north
Gross.
of Kentucky,
Indianapolis.
center of Indiana.
All right. So Casey, nickname.
So
Not to get sidetracked
I
again.
call him Astro Boy because it's one of my favorite animes, and he used to watch
It's true.
Star Trek with me all the time, and so we always get into like space discussions, and so I just started calling him Astro Boy.
Asshole boy. Okay, I get it.
That's true. I bet you he hates that nickname.
I might call him Astro for short.
Does it give you a good punch in the shoulder every time you do it?
Wet willies, I give him.
You give him your wet willy.
Yeah, he does.
All right, so we will go on to the next question, which is a negative question about him. Does that pop up for everyone?
Yes.
All right, yeah, I gotta stop clicking. So I clicked that and I clicked the magnifying glass too fast. All right, go ahead and roll again for me.
That's a 10. So the negative question: What is this character doing that puts you both at risk? Well, anytime that we're outside and hanging out and doing something, he's protecting me. He feels that anybody that looks at me weird, he has to go try to fight. And then if they have friends, they try to beat me up. So really, he's putting me more at risk than really protecting me. But I don't tell my parents or his dad that.
I like it. Mike,
I like
any
it.
input on that?
What?
Any input on that? Are you good with it?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Well, then we will move on to Greg. And we will again just go. I'm just going to follow what I see on Discord. So we'll start with your relationship to Milton, which we've already established is a don't know. We'll bring that back up. Go ahead and roll me a die 20.
Sure.
If you other guys want to get your rolls, speed things up too. I don't mind.
I got a 20.
You got a 20? Okay. So why don't you want to associate with this character?
I don't know questions. Okay.
Why don't you want to be his
want
friend?
to, because he's just a little dweeb. He's just a little kid.
There he is. Hey, he's a couple years younger than you.
Yeah, but look at him. He's a little dweeb.
I mean, that's
Maybe.
fair.
Nobody,
help you
nobody likes gingers.
Berkeley.
It says I have no soul.
So So Milton, what should I put for relationships? Don't know because he's a little dweeb.
Yeah, like I said,
Don't
that's a good one. I mean,
know.
especially description of your character, you're more concerned with other things, and he's just like you said, he's a little dweeb. He's a couple years younger than you. You guys hang out in the same club, but you're not overly interested in being his friend. You got more important shit to do.
Yeah, I thought he was in the same class as me. That's why I was like, oh, okay, he's my intellectual peer, but he's just a little kid.
Yeah.
Kill your
He's a
intellectual
smart
fear.
little kid, but
Yeah, I don't know him because he's not in. Well, I mean, I guess I know him from the club, but
mhm.
And like just passing in class,
Yeah.
you see me like wiping snot on myself all the time.
yeah.
Nobody
And
wants to hang out with the booger picker.
that does it make you want to be best
That
friends?
would have been me, and that's what my brother he was like. You're a little dweeb. I don't want to hang out with you.
Fucking dweebs. All
All
right,
right,
so here's the one that we'll have to discuss some more again. So you and Jason Solo, how are you guys? How do you know each other? Are you guys
Or
do you know
don't.
each other? You guys strangers?
Well, I mean, outside of
I
this,
mean, we
we
know
probably
each other
are.
by name from the club.
Yeah,
If
that'd be
this
about
is,
it.
if this, yeah.
Okay, easy enough. Then I don't have to show to players because that one's already up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me another die 20.
Got it.
I mean, I closed it by accident.
Do I need to
14.
show it to you again?
Yes, please.
There you go. Did it pop up?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so you got a 14.
Ooh.
Who does this character have a very public feud with? Again, this is collaborative, so you two go to town.
What kind of person your would your character have a feud with? Would it be like a mean girl?
I should state too as well, if this question, if you guys don't like the question, either of you can re-roll it. It's not set in stone. Like if you don't feel any inspiration
I don't, because
from you guys, then
I mean,
go ahead and re-roll.
I'm thinking this Jason's pretty new to town, so he wouldn't have a public feud with anybody yet.
Yeah, and that's like I said, that's kind of the part of the character
Mhm.
development. That's why it kind of works out good because I wanted to bring that up. So if you don't feel any collaborative energy, just re-roll it. Start another question.
Unless you got something, I say re-roll it.
Okay. No, I don't have anything. 5.
Stingy Peppercorn. She's a real bitch.
So, what strange record does this character hold in town? That might be another one too, where especially being new to town,
Yeah.
I don't know if you would hold a record.
Think of range record.
13.
What bad reputation does this character have around town?
Got into a fight and had to move town.
Yeah.
I'd say
One
that'd be a
in a
good
fight,
one. I mean,
and his mommy got scared.
Mm-hmm.
especially moving into a new town, I'm sure there's rumors
Oh
about,
yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
and they're probably way off from what they should be. But
Of course.
go ahead and indulge on that, Greg. What kind of rumor did you hear about while you moved to town?
What you got, bud?
I heard he put a kid in the hospital.
Stabbed him in the
Knocked
fucking
the block
jugular.
off for no reason.
Oh, we're curious.
Yeah. Punched a kid in the throat and put him in the hospital.
I heard he ripped a sink off the bathroom wall and beat him with it.
I heard he derailed the train with his penis and ate it cart by cart for charity.
Fun fact: the year I moved out to North Dakota was right before it was the 7th grade. The junior high I was supposed to go to, right before that summer when I moved, a kid ripped a sink off the bathroom wall and beat a teacher with it.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's one of those. I was like, kind of glad I moved, but
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that'd have been cool to see it.
yeah.
Jason, what is wrong with you?
Don't worry about it.
So
Never trust the
Pretty boy.
the pretty boy. Apparently,
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
boy's got a
so-
dark side.
yeah.
so your knowledge of this character extends to your rumor you heard about why he was forced to move here. That epic fight, that he killed 3 guys.
You do, man. Go fuck with my
Almost
friends.
killed a kid for no reason.
Okay, so then we will go to AJ, and I'm going to. I guess you guys are both older,
Mhm.
so
Just a couple years apart, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're in the same grade.
yeah. But
Oh,
I say
right, 'cause he got held
they're
back.
both
That's right.
seniors because he was held back and he's just a little young for his grade.
That's right. Okay.
And so, like I said,
was
you
gonna
guys.
I was gonna say that maybe we know each other in like Phi Ed class. Like we have Phi Ed together, and since I'm one of the older ones, I'm probably a little bigger, and you're obviously more athletic. So we kind of, I don't know if we team up or we go kind of head to head. We don't like each other a little. I don't know. We competitive maybe. Something
Yeah,
like that.
competitive, sure. Hmm. Do I roll for something, or am I just
Well,
writing
that's
it down?
say you guys could determine the depth. So if you guys again, you just know each other from class, it's the I don't know questions. But if you have a slightly deeper connection than that, we can go with the other questions. Being in the same grade, I mean the other ones like when you know someone, you don't have to be good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have an example in the book where 2 people, they used to be friends when they were little kids. Now they're no longer friends, but they do know each other kind of on a deeper level. They're just not friends. And so there's levels to it, and that's kind of the collaborative where you guys decide, do you know each other? You might not be good friends, but maybe you spend quite a bit of time with each other in sports activities or things like that, or it's just kind of you only know each other through the club on first name basis.
I think if, I mean, if we're in the same grade, we're doing like every class together. I think we compete with each other like physically in physical education, PE classes and things like that.
Yeah.
I think, what was your stat on strength? Ron, I mean.
His would have been
Mine was D10.
10. Yeah.
You can. Okay, so we're like constantly competing with each other, one up each other. But I think outside of that, like, seeing you and I mean, you look like the kind of kid he probably wouldn't associate with.
In his Trans Am, listening to Metallica.
I mean, would you even have a car?
He's got Dad's old Volvo.
No, I have a car.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're the rich boy with the Volvo.
Well,
Yeah.
I discussed if I could have a Trans Am, but I don't know if we're just gonna since
Yeah, I don't have any issue with it. Like I said, it's called Kids on Bikes,
that's
and like just for like sneaking around purposes, you guys may walk or ride bike, but also having access to a vehicle, especially in the 80s, and being 17 and 19, you guys probably have access to a vehicle,
how about I
especially
say
in a small town.
I'd probably have a car, but let's say like to get around with them on bikes, I want to say I have a skateboard instead. I think that
Yeah.
would be that way I can have both.
A nice Bart Sippin skateboard.
Or I could say I have a Trans Am and it doesn't really work that well and I'm fixing it
It's a
up.
real shitty Trans Am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a clunker. Fixer upper.
Yes.
It's a 70s. It's got some
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Trans can't.
Trans can't.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna go with the don't know because you guys know each other from school, but you're not close.
We could say that maybe we talk a lot. Like you try and get me to try out for the baseball team, but I might not do that. I'd rather just
And we can go to if you guys want to kind of you say each other a little more than just that. We can do 2 negative questions instead of a positive.
Mhm.
If you guys are kind of rivals and stuff like that, it's like I said, it's completely up to you guys how you want to go
I don't know if I
about
want
your
to.
relationship.
I don't know if
Okay.
I want to go rival. I mean,
Friendly
I don't know, I wanna
competition.
go down. Yeah.
And you can do a positive and a negative. You can do, and like I said, we could stick with just the one question of not knowing each other.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
So that's a don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hit share. In case so go ahead and roll again, Greg.
10.
So we already did that one with Casey, so go ahead and re-roll.
All right.
Just so we can get a little more
An 8.
options. Okay, so based on what you know, how is this character different from the rest of their family? Well, you would know, especially being a small town, so you would know AJ and Milton are cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually the same.
Exactly
Yeah, they're like
identical.
polar opposite. Like one is like weak and frail and
Yeah,
the other one's a
AJ.
dweeb, and the other one is like the
Milton.
tough kid that the bully almost.
Oh.
Sorry, Milton.
Is that how you described your character, AJ? As like the bully?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were going through as kind
I
of
don't-
thinking like a Billy from Stranger Things type,
Yeah. Kind of.
or
Oh well,
yeah.
Billy from Stranger Things wasn't a bully. I mean, he
Yeah,
was just
but I mean, he was like he wasn't nice to everyone. That's kind of how like he's not like the bully,
Yeah.
but he's the bully kind of thing. Like
He's a dark loner. He's just kind of a dick to everyone.
yeah,
oh, okay.
kind of like Billy. He's just rude and kind of That's why I said that. That's especially with this game being pretty, a lot of the ideas coming from like the Stranger Things type tropes. Like that Billy is kind of a good. He's that older, like you said, he
See,
has the trans man.
I thought of Billy from the Stranger Things as like the eccentric loner. Like
Yeah.
when he was like picking on people, he was doing it like to his friends. He wasn't going out of his way to like pick on somebody for the sake of feeling better about himself, like a bully does.
Yeah.
That's how I described Mike's character. How he kind of described it to me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's the bully trope kind of thing. It's the trope, but he's not like he's not a bad kid who's just out being mean. He's just kind of a, he's eccentric.
That's how the town looks at him. Is that he's a bully because he's always getting in fights and standing up for people that
Okay.
like doesn't back down from any fight.
Okay. I think that that Bill would kind of view AJ besides like friendly competition, just kind of a weird kid. I mean, weird guy.
Yeah, he's a weird metal kid.
Unlike
Weird metal kid.
Milton. Milton is
He
not.
always
Not
Yeah,
weird at all.
like Milton is just like, I cannot stress enough, like a total dweeb. And I know from firsthand because that was me. So, yeah, no, just polar opposite of his little cousin. Just like, how the hell does that happen? Okay, friendly competition. So I'll put like, how are they related? That's what I'll put in my notes. Yeah, I know, but like, how does?
How?
Oh yeah.
Related. All right. With 3 question marks, like how?
What the fuck?
With capital HOW. All right. What you wanted me to do a negative question?
No, that's so with the don't know, it's just the one question.
Oh,
So
okay.
the negative positive comes when you guys know each other.
Oh,
So,
No
so
good
that
or bad
would
about them.
that would complete everyone for you. So then we'll just move on to Chris
Ah,
and see what Jason has to say about all of this.
all right.
So again, we'll start at the top with Milton.
Cool.
So like we've established, so you guys don't know each other.
Not super well.
Okay, we'll speed that up then, and go with the don't know questions. Go ahead and roll a die 20 for me. See if we can get some different questions in here. Also, if there's any questions that pop out to you, we can just skip the rolling and go with
I
that.
got a 7.
7. Okay, so why was your only brief interaction with this character so positive? Ooh, I like that one. I like
do.
that one.
I gotta figure something out now.
Yeah, so you guys collaborate on that.
Say that my germs
Like Milton.
touched you and you probably got positive for some kind of infection.
Yeah, let's not do that. let's just not do that. What do you think?
Mm,
Let's see.
well, I would say
Only
guys
brief
had-
interactions.
You had one good interaction that was just so
Mhm.
positive. That's where it kind of sticks in your back of your brain and says, kid, this kid's, he might not be all bad.
I would say it's something that I wouldn't have figured it was positive. It was just like
Okay.
just because going with like almost like a neurodivergent brain, like I wouldn't take social cues properly.
Sure. What do you say? I asked you a question about something in class, and then it went off on a tangent, and we just chatted about something nerdy for most of the class.
Yeah.
And then I guess you left that discussion or that interaction thinking, well, maybe he likes me or maybe not. I don't know. And then I left it going, yeah, kid's all right.
When you said dirty, the only thing I think of is a 40-year-old virgin. when he's
Nerdy.
like-
Sorry, nerdy.
It's like a
N.
bag of sand.
No, nerdy with an N.
Nerdy. Not dirty. Nerdy.
Nerdy. No. Nobody likes sand. It's coarse.
Maybe-
It's everywhere.
Maybe you asked me a question about something that a teacher was talking about, and I went into like a whole spiel about it,
Okay. Yeah.
and like
okay.
which actually gave
Maybe
you
more on.
more answers than what you were looking for.
Okay.
Like say it was like a pop quiz, but like they weren't like you can't talk to people, and I just went off and I gave you all the answers, not thinking that I was doing it, but like just rambling on about all that she talked about, and just be like, yeah, you know, I'm not myself, not that smart to even go off on a tangent right now.
All right. I'm just trying to figure out how to write that down. So 'cause I'm not that smart, and I won't remember.
Exactly what I'm
Involuntarily,
trying to do.
involuntarily gave you answers to a test.
Everyone vamp while we write.
I'm good. Got it.
I'm not, because my lead keeps breaking.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll move on to Billy.
Billy. I don't know Billy either.
Yeah, so you guys are not. So you guys don't know each other.
Nope.
So go ahead and roll me again. See if we can get a different number.
Can I fucking window out of my way? Bigger screen. Got a 20. I believe we've seen that one already.
No, not on this.
Not on this page. Okay.
Yeah, not on this page. So why don't you want to associate with this character?
No, we did that one. Because that was the Billy and Milton. Didn't we?
Shit, I
we
don't
had-
know.
Yeah, 20. We did
I'll
20.
So long ago.
Yeah, so I thought we had.
Okay, so again, so you can choose to re-roll. You can also, another option is just choose one up or down from that. So you could go with what scandal in this town this character involved with, or just re-roll,
16.
or pick a new one.
16.
Okay, so what terrible loss did this character suffer?
Ooh.
Is that what that's supposed to be? Because it just says Sue. Or
Yeah, so it's like, why is it like that? But so that would be a you and Greg thing. Is there a loss that Greg suffered?
He had to move here. So we think you had like best friend back in California that you left.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, my
Dog?
all my friends
Yeah. Cali.
to a little town with nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean that could
Went
be a
from
good
living
one.
in Los Angeles, 1980s Los Angeles to middle of nowhere Hebron,
Yeah.
Indiana.
I mean that's a pretty big loss. So you lost your connection with reality and moved to a
Society.
tiny town.
Yeah,
I know that feeling.
with society and
Been there. But that's where I live now.
Yeah, moving from right outside of Seattle to North Dakota.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nice and quiet.
yeah, yeah.
But it is weird and tiny. Anyway, yeah, I like that. That's good.
Okay. So move to
AJ.
small town,
Oh, yeah.
and you miss your friends
miss your friends.
and your awesome thing. So AJ, again, I'm assuming you don't know him either. So we can stick with
Yeah,
that
I
same
wouldn't
one.
think so. 9.
Okay. So what volunteer work have you heard that this character does? And like I said, too, this could be a rumor
Okay.
as well. It doesn't have to be in truth.
Maybe you think I work at the soup kitchen, but I'm really just eating there.
I was thinking either that or I was thinking you are on like community service instead of
there you go.
juvie.
Yeah.
Just cleaning ditches.
Works community service instead of juvie. I like that.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on to Mike and see what AJ's got. So we'll go back to Casey. So you and Milton, we've established know each other. So we'll start with the positive questions. Go ahead and roll me a die 20.
Oops. Hold on. 6.
Oh, that's good. 6. Okay. So what plan do you and this character have that most excites you?
Jesus. Oh man.
So you and Casey, whatever you guys.
Maybe
Feel it.
we've talked about like you taking me out of the town because my parents are so like protective of me, and we have a plan to go somewhere.
Yeah, let's say like we wanted to go to a Comic-Con once I get the Trans Am fixed or something.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
We decided we'll go to a Star Trek convention for me, even though like you won't admit that you like Star Trek, but you know all the shit about it because you watched it with me. And then I agreed to go to a metal concert with you.
There you go.
Plans for a road
Yeah.
trip.
Metallica should be going on tour, release of their first album.
I don't know about first.
No.
Yeah, it's probably like third or fourth at the Megadeth first album.
Yeah, probably.
Megadeth should have been formed in the 80s.
It was after
Metallica was because Mustaine got kicked out of Metallica.
Yeah.
In the very early 80s.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Viewers will probably tell us if we're wrong.
1981 Metallica.
Yeah. So Mustaine would have been kicked out. What, like 83 probably? Somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was before Cliff died, I believe. Once they had that rollover in the bus.
Yeah, he was only there for a couple of years and then he started Megadeth, so
It was funny. He got kicked out of Metallica for being too crazy. How do you get kicked out of a metal band for being too crazy?
well, I mean, their drummer did sue Napster like a fucking
Ah, douche.
So,
Mhm.
all right. So not to get
Sorry,
sidetracked.
don't sue
Okay.
us. Don't come after us.
Okay, so let's go to a negative question for your relationship with Milton. Then go ahead, roll me a die 20 again.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Pop up here. Hold on. There's too much shit popped up. Here we go. A 4.
Okay, so what are you sure this character is hiding from you?
Who's he rolling for?
For me,
Or this is
AJ.
a negative
Milton.
for Milton.
Oh, Milton. Okay.
Yep. So what is Milton hiding from you?
I don't know. That's
And
a
if you
good-
guys, like I say again, if you guys don't feel any
Yeah.
inspiration, you can re-roll.
You think of anything, Casey?
I mean, yeah, but I don't have anything to go off that afterwards. So go ahead and re-roll.
$16. Didn't we do that one already?
No.
No, I don't believe so. How far would you go to make this character suffer? I don't know if that one applies, especially with you guys being
Yeah.
you kind of stand up for him.
Is there any way you can pop those back up? How do I get them up again?
I will hit share with players. Pop up for you. And like I said, you can choose to you could go one above, one below, or reroll. So what insanity has this character shown warning signs of? Why do you dislike this character when all the other characters seem to love them? Or just reroll.
Or you do 19. If we can just pick one.
Yeah, like I said, if you guys don't feel anything, if one of them jumps out to you, go ahead and take it.
Because
Good one.
mainly because like when you discussed is like you're the only one that's allowed to bully me.
Yeah.
So
And
I feel
give
like
him,
that fits.
I give him noogies and wedgies and stuff like that all the time. not enough to hurt him, but just to annoy him.
And you purposely say the wrong character names on Star Trek when I know you know for a fact what their actual names are.
Yeah, it's Captain Yoda, right?
Captain Yoda.
Mhm.
Or I pronounce it Star Trek.
Mhm. And it's you're a wizard, Harry. Right? That's how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm putting down intentionally get sci-fi facts wrong
Yep.
when
Yep, there you
he
go.
knows.
Knows.
Yeah. He doesn't want anyone to know he knows, but he knows. Okay. So then we will go on to
Billy?
Billy. You guys don't know each other? That we
Yeah.
established earlier. So,
Yeah.
so we'll go ahead and go back to the don't know questions. Roll again.
I'll pop that up.
Did it not? I
Popped up for me.
Yeah, it popped up for me.
better.
Let me see if I have it.
Whoa.
Okay, I got it here.
Okay.
What do you hope to gain by humiliating this relative stranger?
I mean, that works because you guys talked about being
He rivals.
friendly rivals.
Yeah.
So, what do you hope to gain from showing him up?
Just to show him I'm the top dog, I guess, that I'm the bigger, badder boy.
So, I'm going to put rivals
Yeah.
and that you're going to show him up.
Not as think as you dumb I am.
You know? Okay, so that was an easy one. So we'll move on to Jason, the name I keep not remembering, but I should. And again, we established you guys don't really know each other.
Nope.
So go ahead and roll again for this shirt.
I got another 12, so I'll roll again.
Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, so what good thing have you heard about this character that you can't believe is true?
He's got a hot sister.
I mean,
Like,
I believe
that's
that.
totally possible.
as I say,
Do you have a hot sister, Chris?
sure do
I mean-
now.
I mean, look at that pretty face of his and
Oh,
pretty hair.
Is
I
it a
guess-
hot sister or a hot mom?
I guess I could say I don't believe the rumor about him beats him up. I'm like, he doesn't look that tough. He's a pretty boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beat up.
In your eyes, that could be a good thing, right? Beating someone
No,
up.
if I beat up a bully,
Well, yeah.
that's a good thing.
I like that. Doesn't believe he beat someone up.
Like, you're too pretty.
Don't let the face
Okay.
fool you.
Well, that covers most of that then. Everyone feel like they know each other's characters now?
Yeah, I think so.
Everyone write all that down because I only wrote down about half of it.
I got the stuff that pertained to me.
Yeah, me
There you
too.
Yeah, I got the stuff that pertained to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. So from there, that basically sums up. Oh,
Echo.
we had some echo there.
Casey's.
What?
Who's echoing?
I heard
Okay,
no echo.
So,
Oh, there was definitely an echo.
yeah. Okay, so we go to
Okay, so-
finishing touches, which most of us already covered. So finishing touches is basically we just establish everyone's full names, whether they're related, which we've already kind of covered. Then we go into motivations, which again, we covered all that. All you guys kind of have a motivation to be in the town in this investigation club. You all have your fears and backpacks. So that kind of
Fears
sums
in
up
my
our
backpack.
character sums up
What
our
is-
character creation.
What is powers?
Powers is something we won't get into currently with you guys,
No worries.
but basically, so there is an allowance in this game for powered characters.
Oh.
To go back and again reference Stranger Things, like 11. You can choose to be a powered character.
Hey,
In this specific story, none of you guys are going to be powered.
In that case, I want a flamethrower.
No.
Damn it.
But yeah, so there is a mechanic and everything involved in that, which we can go into if we come back to Kids on Bikes. But with this, I guess we'll kind of touch on that in the story itself. But you guys yourselves will not be powered characters. You're just regular kids
Okay.
enjoying your life, in this small town. So that being said, I will introduce Theo. So Theo is the glue that holds your guys' group together. He's the one with the adventurous spirit. He's constantly convincing other members of the group to go out and explore things. He's always prepared. He carries his trusty backpack. He would be the scout trope. He has everything he needs, and he is overly boastful about his survival skills. But he is your guys' local head of the investigation club. He's the one who puts it on, kind of has you guys out. So every Thursday night, you guys will meet at the local library for your investigation club. It's an after-school program. You guys all love and enjoy it. There's lots of little fun things around town. that you guys investigate. And with that, we're going to do a quick pause, and then we'll come into the rumors because I have to pee. And it's going to happen no matter what. So you guys think about your rumors, and when we come back, we will rumor.
Explain to us, like, what kind of rumors are we talking? Like supernatural rumors or like local, just
So this part is, again, it's very collaborative, but also it's whatever you guys want. So this part is kind of, so as a GM for this system, it's even into the game, it gets very collaborative. Like I don't do a lot of telling you guys what you have to do. So I'll build some story around things, and you guys kind of play through it as you see. Even in situations, you guys will describe a lot of what you're doing, and I'm just there to kind of facilitate it. So these rumors are, I mean, it could be, like Chris could say, he heard a rumor that Billy's mom is having an affair and she doesn't actually work out of town. Or he could say he heard the bowling alley is haunted and there's ghosts in there. I mean, it could be, it runs the whole gambit of anywhere in between. Basically, you guys come up with rumors, and then I will choose to what degree I will implement them into the supplement, kind of thing. So it could be something that comes up, could be something that doesn't. You could say that you rumor that the principal's a werewolf, or that the principal is just a weirdo who can't go near schools.
I'm going to be a principal and can't go near schools.
That's way of putting
That's
it.
the secret. He's a
Werewolf.
That's what's a rumor. He's hiding. He's not actually supposed to be around schools.
Right.
So we'll
I
start with
heard
Casey.
there's a Oh, Casey, you start.
Oh, if you
started-
got one, go ahead.
We're- Whoever has one ready to go can go ahead.
I have I did a little bit of well, coming from South Texas, they have their own like urban legends and suburban legends.
Mhm.
Like the chupacabra, the weeping woman, Llorona. I heard an echo too. So La Llorona is the weeping woman. They just made a horror movie about it.
Yeah.
Where a woman who is I guess it goes back to Native American times where a woman lost her children. They were playing by a river unsupervised, and they got swept away, and she never was able to recover their bodies or anything, and so she drowned herself in her sorrows. She drowned herself in the river, and her mourning spirit haunts riverbanks and will prey on unattended children and drown them as well.
Well, there is a
And then
local river that runs right by town.
It's called the La Llorona River.
Like La Llorona River.
La Llorona River.
There's the goat sucker, you know, some
Chupacabra.
unexplained cryptid that you know, haunts the fields and preys on livestock, leaving them drained of blood. What else? There's an obscure one called the Black-Eyed Children. Children who they could be from teenage to like small children, pale skin, like pale skin, like almost light blue, and just black eyes, like pitch black eyes, and they will go to your house and ask to be invited in.
Let the right one in. Okay, so what do you
Those
got?
are some South Texas supernatural suburban legends.
So some rumors you brought to town about a lady on the water drowning children and some spooky thing eating goats out in the fields.
Yeah.
I like it. Who else?
I got one that I was gonna say that there's a rumor that I kind of come up with dark ones to kind of scare Milton. The since I know that I think Milton maybe I don't know. Would you like ice cream? Do you think you like sweets, or are you kind of allergic, or you got lactose, or
Definitely lactose
He's
intolerant.
definitely got lactose.
yeah?
He's definitely got
Oh,
lactose
100%.
intolerance.
I was gonna
100%.
say that the ice cream man. There's rumor that he sells drugs and like kidnaps kids and shit like that. Like he just kind of
Oh,
anytime he hears the ice cream truck, like the song going off with the truck, he runs away, runs inside and stuff.
I heard that AJ has a secret love interest in the ice cream man. Just kidding, just kidding. But if that rumor sticks, then it sticks. I heard that there's a statue of an angel in a cemetery, and if you go up and kiss it, you will die within 3 days.
oh, that's a good one.
Sorry, I'm trying to write all this down. I'm
I'll give you
terrible
time.
already.
Give it a second. I got one.
It's also recorded, so you can always go back and listen.
As I say, I'll probably have to go back and re-listen. So,
Let me know when you're ready.
so you heard a rumor about a statue
Okay.
in the cemetery that you
If you kiss it,
kiss.
yeah, if you go up and kiss it, because it's a really pretty angel lady, but like it's
Okay.
got like grime around her eyes, so it looks really scary. But if you go up and kiss it, you will die within 3 days. All your blood starts coming out of your eye sockets, and your body start getting boils everywhere, and you shit your pants.
You shit your pants.
That before or after you die?
Like, I'd probably shit my pants to see the statue.
I tell Milton to go and French it all the time. Go French
No,
the angel statue.
no way, Jose. You do that.
I love Milton. He's my favorite character.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's great. So I heard there's a llama on the loose. The police can't catch it. The Humane Society can't catch it, and no one is claiming ownership of it. It's sighted on several locations on the outside of
Oh,
town.
those are so good. Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
so good.
Sometimes it wanders into town, peruses through people's yards. People have complained to the cops, they say they can't corral it. It just keeps getting it out.
Perfect.
It's a fucking goat.
I love it.
What is that? Is that the what goat game? What is that? Fuck, what was that?
Goat Simulator?
Oh, Goat
Goat
Simulator.
Simulator. Yeah, it's the llama version of that. It's great.
Oh,
Okay, so there we have our rumors. So from there, we will move on to a quick introduction.
I have to text you it now.
No, just later.
Right. Fucking
Okay.
Why
now.
don't I just tell you it now and you write it down now?
No, send it later.
What?
Too late. You gotta do it later.
No.
God damn it!
no, you got to do it now. I need it right now.
With quick introduction as well. So we mentioned before, it's Hebron, Indiana, 1985. So strange things have been happening in Hebron, we won't pronounce that. Sightings of creatures moving in the night, children reporting monsters in the woods, and things moving outside their windows. These reports are largely ignored, however, attributed to the imaginations of children. Besides, it's rural Indiana. Nothing exciting has ever happened here. You guys are members of the Investigation Club, hosted by Theo Easton. You guys have spent the summer investigating all the random weird stuff that happens in town. Nothing ever kind of comes of it. It's just, rumors, small town fun. Hebron is a small town that's its population hovers around 3,000 people. The town was founded by a church, which named it Hebron after the Middle Eastern city. The town grew up steeped in religion. Most families in town attend one church or another, the most central being the Hebron Methodist Church. The town is also a farming community with miles of cornfields extending out from every side of the small town. These cornfields are easy to get lost in, and even easier to hide something in. Besides the fields, it's fairly normal to find tractors driving down the middle of the road or driving by a herd of cows on the side of the road. Most of the working adults in the city commute to Chicago area to work in the steel mills. That's where I got confused. It says Indiana, but Chicago's in Illinois. So
That's a hell of a drive then.
yeah, that's So fictitious large city area to work in the steel mills, while others take up union jobs such as plumbers, electricians, doctors. Leaving the city mostly slow and quiet during the day. It isn't common to see kids out playing without supervision, and the city has a few parks, playgrounds, and baseball diamonds to help entertain the town. So it would be early fall. You guys are, like I said, it's a Thursday night. You guys are all headed down to the local library for your meeting of the Investigators Club. So you guys would all enter the library, which is a nice local small town library. You guys all know the librarian. You guys meet up with Theo, usual place. And tonight, Theo seems more rambunctious than normal. He's very spirited and calls order to the meeting, which simply includes you guys. No other attendees. And he announces very boisterously that tonight's the night.
Shh, we're in a library.
We finally investigate the house at the end of Poplar Court. Fade to black. And we will pick up there next time.
All right.
Super sick, dude. This is gonna be so much fun.
As a side note, if you went from Creeksburg, Indiana to Chicago, it's about 40 minutes.
No, I guess that's not that bad.
No, and that's right up against the border.
On a side note,
Rural.
on a side, my dad works at the bakery, and my mom works at the local clothing store. My dad serves like bagels and lox and like pita chips and hummus.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that reminds me of California then, and also my family's Jewish. So we're the only Jewish family in town.
That's why we make the bagels and lox.
Casey, what your mom do?
What's my mom's name?
Mom sells pita chips.
No, what'd she do?
She works at a clothing store. Like Mauritius.
Yeah. It's a good small town store.
I got my dad as a truck driver, just like on the road, and then mom's an accountant.
I could probably help her with those numbers. If you know what I'm saying.
1 + 1.
Okay, so yeah, that kind of covers character development.
Sweet.
For this thing. On the next session, we will dive into what is going on at the house on Poplar Court. So I appreciate everyone listening, and we will see you guys next week with the dive in.
Sweet.
We did it.
Bye for now.